Oh my god! Nuclear holocaust on the drones!
Hello guys and welcome to another broadcast for UCD of StarCraft. This is going to be Tbeezy as the blue Terran here in the northwest corner of Tal'Darim Altar against TT1, the Red Protoss. And TT1 is pretty well known. He is a Indian Canadian playing for MTW, which stands for Mortal Teamwork. And TT1 actually did very well. He actually got silver at MLG Dallas in November 2011. And he did go to the GSL World Championship in March 2011 and beat like San. He beat Nada. He defeated Pain User to get there. Like, he beat some pretty good guy. Like, Nada is one of the only players to be consistently in Code S. And Code S pretty good. So TT1 definitely has the skills that you would expect someone with a popular name such as his. But let's see what happens when Tbeezy faces up against him. Let's take a look at their APM, because I'm very... Oh my god! It hits 500 APM. His average APM is over 200. What is he doing? He's building probes! Oh my god, I love that they added this back in, because look at the... Oh, he has 30. Look at the difference. 30, 500. What is it? Jesus Christ. Yeah. 30, 428. Really? Blizz? Really? Don't deny us this number. Thank you for putting it back in the game. Okay, so what are the players doing? Tim doing a nice wall-in. I really like the use of the supply depot there to prevent any probe getting in, because then you can fake stuff. You can, you know, are you two gassing right here? Holy crap, TT1 is Forge firsting, and then he's going to get some gateway. So it's probably going to be 2 gateway Nexus and then 2 gates or something like that, just so you can build units to defend while you get your 2 base economy up. But Tbeezy is going to scout this out, and it looks like he's going to try to get an early expansion as well, and as soon as he sees this Nexus, he knows he is safe. Actually, gas. Interesting. But here comes the SCV, and he's going to say, "Ho, hello." And Tim is going to pretty much put down this command center as soon as he realizes that he should. Doing a little scouting micro, and actually he's going to do an early push. He does have 2 Marines. There goes the command center. A 3rd Marine coming out right now. And he has the SCV to tank. So there's only going to be a Zealot on the field. And not even yet. There's the 2 gates. Like I said, there's the Cyber Core. And actually 2 SCVs. Oh, and building a bunker. Very smart stuff. I like it. So Tim is going to be able to... Oh! Do a lot of damage. And this Marine is just going to be a very annoying pest. Look at all of these SCVs getting killed. There's the Zealot. Oh no, but he does lose the SCV building this bunker, and he might lose this one as well. And Tim's going to have to cancel the bunker, but how many workers will he kill in the meantime? 2 more going down right there. And that's going to be it. So let's take a look at the damage. 7 workers killed. And Tim did lose 2, and he did lose, you know, the money from those bunker investments. But, oh, man. 7 is a lot. So let's take a look at the economy. You can see Tim is 3 harvesters up. And he's going to have 2 orbital commands going. Tim has a pretty strong economy right now. I really like that. Pretty greedy of TT1 to try to get that base up super early. And he's going to have a lot of Zealots now. He's going to have Warp Gate. Skipping Warp Gate. We saw Genius do something like this where he skipped Warp Gate and he got carriers instead. Forgive me, my memory of that might actually be wrong. And Tim is going to try to get a proxy CC up, but I think it's not going to be even close. These Zealots somehow know to move there. They probably saw something out of the corner of their eye and said, "Hey guys, let's go visit this completely abandoned part of the map." Tim, sneaky, sneaky. So Tim actually canceling the command center and moving the SCV way back, and he's going to build the command center in the back, and then he can lift it and put it there. Pretty cool. I like that. In the meantime, Tim is just going to get some solid defense. You know, he's going to build units, he's going to build bunkers, getting some supply depots out here to tank some of the damage, and he's going to get a lot of SCVs. He's a little bit behind, but he has mules. You can see TT1 is chrono boosting out some of these probes. There you see it. And it looks like he's going to try to get an early third base. But Tim is only building really bunkers, and you can get money back from bunkers. So that's okay. And now he's going to start building his production buildings. He does have this base on the way. These zealots are very angry at this rock. This rock said very mean things about these poor zealots' mother. Yes, they are all brothers. I imagine all zealots are brothers. And they all grew up together and played with sticks. Tim very early scouting out. He's trying to see when this nexus gets put down here at the 4th, because sometimes you skip taking down these rocks and just put down an early nexus, but it looks like this is going to be a pylon. There, perhaps. And Tim, you can see, just he's walling in, buddies. He is not wanting to do it. And it looks like Warp Gate technology is almost done, and I think this is going to be a 4-gate push. Because there's 4 gates. Actually, 7-gate push. Okay, so 7 gates, and Tim is going to be fine. He does have this base over here. And he's ready for the push. And if he uses his SCVs correctly to repair, he'll be fine. He's totally even on economy, perhaps even ahead because of mules. Like I said, he's going to get a lot of production buildings. So here comes the push. You can see there is the warp in, a very smart pylon position. 2 more here to just do constant pressure. Oh, and 1 right back here. So Tim is going to try to get this base going, but here comes the push, and that is a lot of units. Do they have any upgrades? No. Does Tim? Nope. But that's okay. Here comes the attack, and you can see the supply depot falling very fast, and oh man, very good force fields. The bunkers are going down. There's not too many units left. There's a scan, and I think that's going to be good because there's not too many zealots left. There are 4 though. He can resume this attack if he chooses to. He's going to warp in some more units, and here he comes. There are medevacs to heal though. Lots of sentries in the mix, canceling the bunker. The zealots are getting into the base, and Tim is forced to push back. The SCVs are chasing away the zealots. This is going to be an epic hold if Tim manages it. Oh, force fields going down everywhere, and this is a lot of damage coming in for Tim. He's going to lift off and drop units in the back of the force fields, but there are still so many units. TT1 is doing a lot of damage, and Tim is pulling a lot of SCVs to hopefully take out this force. And he might be able to now. This bunker finishes. Didn't even notice it was being constructed still. And that is the last of the push. Nope, more zealots coming in through the front. That is a huge investment. Not sure these zealots are going to be cost effective. They do take out the bunker, but I think that's the end of the push. No more units. Yeah, that's the end of the push. Whew, mama. So what happened? Tim lost a shit ton of workers and army, and TT1 did lose a lot of army as well, but he has a shit ton of workers. So that's why you push, folks. And now Tim's going to have to try to somehow, you know, take out this kind of ability to attack. He can take out the 4 pylons. This really is the only reason he's going to be able to still in the game. Yes, that pushed it a lot more damage because he spent more minerals over here, but now he has 3 base versus the Protoss' 2, and if he can shut down this 3rd base that TT1 is going to try to put down, he'll be able to do a lot of damage. And actually, TT1 just has a lot of zealots. If Tim kites correctly, he should do a lot. You can see he's finally getting all the upgrades. It looks like Twilight Council is not yet, so there's not going to be any charge in time for this push. Tim, seeing the size of the army, Very nice, taking out a pylon there. Here comes the attack, and will he be able to stem? It looks like pulling all of the probes. TT1 does a great force field and catches a lot of the army, but Tim is just lifting off and putting him down. Very smart move. But this is a pretty scary army size, and I think Tim is just going to pull back and try to put pressure on the third. How many workers did he kill? He actually killed a lot. I would say 10. So not too bad. Pretty smart push. He didn't do as much damage. Sometimes a push like that can end the game, but smartly TT1, his macro is crazy nuts, and does manage to get a lot of zealots in here, lots of damage, and his 1-1 upgrades are just about done. Meanwhile, Tim is stuck on 1-0, but he does take out a lot of the pylons. Here's one thing I wanted to mention. If he saw those pylons earlier and took them out, he might have actually supply blocked TT1, so this army would not have existed. It's an interesting thing, but when you put so many pylons over here and then you rely on that supply, you kind of put yourself behind if you lose it all. You put yourself way behind because you just can't warp in. And then you're sitting there looking like an idiot. You can see he's supply blocked right now. And Tim has a fully healthy army. He's putting a lot more bio around. He could try to lift off and drop, or he may just be taking out this assimilator. Pretty safe move. You can't really lose anything, because as soon as anything comes close, you just sit back. And here is the third. I don't know, man. If he takes out this force, he's 30 supply in the lead. 1 armor is done, but so are the upgrades for the Protoss player. And there's the drop just at the top. Going to be able to pick off a few probes. He's trying to pull the army into a bad position, but TT1 isn't taking the bait until just now, and he's going to surround this army. And he's just splitting the zealots. Very good force fields, taking out a lot of the army, but Tim lifting up. Here are the stalkers that he needs to kill the medevacs, but Tim is doing a lot of damage. Why do I have this up? And just look at this concave Tim is getting. There is an immortal doing a lot of damage, but Tim, I think, just has enough units to take out TT1, and he does! Epic stuff, guys. Tim, you wow me to no end. So Tim taking the proxy expansion, managing to keep it a secret. TT1 had no idea, and he scouted it. See? Canceling it, moving it over here. That pretty much won him the game, because look at this. Tim also had a drop going off. You didn't know this, did you? Tim had a drop going off over here. Tim, what an epic player. Sandwiching the army of TT1 in a very constricted area, saving units with the medevac drops, getting positioning that he needed, and winning the game. Tim, you're awesome. Thank you for teaching me. That's it. I'm out. See you guys later.